the Miss Nigeria Island, Queen Oyindamola Animation. She's here in Uromi for a charity program in collaboration with Barrister Sergius Ogun. We started the annual charity walk 2 years ago when we looked at the Nigerians in diaspora, the young Nigerians in diaspora who are growing up without really knowing about their country. And every year we used to do a charity program where we offer helps to organizations in Ireland. But at a point in time, we thought about it and said, these people, they already have everything, a different organization helping them. Why don't we go back to our country and see what we can do? We can start it somewhere and grow from there. That was how we came in 2 years ago and did the first one. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it last year. And we tagged it Annual Charity Day in Uromi and in Nissan. And Barrister Sergius Ogun graciously said he was going to partner with us. So another queen had come in then, and I remember now she actually came here. She actually met you. So last year, we did another contest because it's an annual one, and she won. But what was unique was that last year, every year we talk about different issues. Last year it was on road. Normally we would talk about cultural events. We'll talk about things that affect Nigeria. Well, last year we said, let's change things for a difference. And we did roads. And she did the Benin or Shagamu road. When I first told them about what was going on with Nigerian roads, they were apprehensive because they hadn't any idea. But I said, well, fortunately and unfortunately, this is your country. You have to know the truth. It is not internet. It is not the propaganda or what people say about your country. You need to know. So 5 days after, they were very comfortable with whatever they were doing because they had actually gone into research like they did in school. And so she's here now. But before she came, I remember she called me and said, am I going to be able to pass Benin or a road? I said, yes. But when I looked at what was going on, where we were in Abuja, I said, how do I do this? I said, okay, you know what? We will fly to Lagos and we will drive from Lagos and that was what we did. So she's here now to, with our own mouth, tell you how she's feeling.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Honorable Mike Onolememen, sorry. As I said, I'm Oyindamola Animation. During the contest, as Mr. said, we had a chance to look at different roads in Nigeria. Every contestant had a chance to pick a road. I chose the Benin or Shagamu Expressway. So on the internet and through the words he gave us, I was able to find out all the work you'd be doing. I found about Sure P and like different things like that, able to see the difference, the roads you'd be making, how they've been transformed. As he said, I did have a chance to travel along where we traveled from Lagos to Edo and see all the differences of the roads. So I was able to see from Ondo to Edo and from Lagos through the Ogun area, the difference between the roads. The dilapidated roads is very different from the transform road. Also, I was even able to sleep even better on the transform roads. So today, we're actually here to present you an award. And you can see why you're affectionately called the bulldozer, and see all the work you've been doing and how it is and your relentless work ethic is helping people in Nigeria. So, sir, I'd like to present you this award for all the work you've been doing.
Abi, picture. I like people put it on yellow, right? Well, Honorable Minister, we want to thank you, and we are hoping that knowing about what happens in Nigeria, the way we have fashioned it, bringing them in contact with what is going on in Nigeria, we help them because when she left Nigeria, she was 8. Sometimes when they are there and they don't have opportunities to come like this, they just believe in what they hear, that Nigeria is a country that you don't visit. She's here now, And the only reason why, I remember when we were coming 2 years ago, the parents of the one that came were calling her per minute, per minute. I said, tell them you are not dying, you are here. But today, they are not calling her like that. She went there, they saw the videos, they saw everything, and they were happy. So now that she's here, they just believe she's fine. So once again, the only thing is, if there's anything that the only thing that we need to be able to convince and work more on Nigerians in diaspora is the support of people like you to be able to bring out, at least from the tourism department and all, to reach out to Nigerians in diaspora from the point of view of young people to come home and do something.
Well, you can please have your seat. Well, let me say I'm particularly glad to receive you in my country home this evening. You can see, because of the times we've been here politicking and doing all sorts of things. Yes, I was invited to the Miss Nigeria Island contest, but unfortunately, due to other engagement of state, I could not make it. But however, I monitored it, and it was amazing how you guys were able to pronounce Nigerian roads. Or if I asked Ode, I said, who taught these young girls how to pronounce this name? Well, like they say, the world is now a global village because of the internet and all that. So, but let me say that I was really dumbfounded, when I monitored what went on in Ireland during the contest. And I had no doubt in my mind that your emergence was a well-deserved one. So let me congratulate you for winning last year's competition, Miss Nigeria contest in Ireland. Having said that, I'm also particularly glad to know that you've driven on our road. You've been driven on our road. And Benin Road is just one of the many roads we've been able to turn around in this country. It may interest you to know that the Benin Road is part of the Trans-West African Highway, or rather the Trans-Africa Highway that connects the west coast of Africa to the east coast. The road actually traverses from Lagos to Shagamu, from the Atlantic Ocean in Lagos to Shagamu, from Shagamu to Ore to Benin, Benin to Asaba, Asaba to Nature to Enugu, and from Enugu to Abakaliki, Ogoja, Ikom, and Ufom, the border with the Cameroon. And only last week, we just commissioned the completely reconstructed section from Enugu through Abakaliki to Ogoja to Ikom and to the Cameroon. Fantastic road, about 250 kilometers. It's as good as the Benin Road. So that is the new face of Nigeria roads. So we're everywhere, even in the north, but for the insurgency in the northeastern part of Nigeria, I would have loved you to be driven on the Kano Maiduguri dual carriageway. It's the longest dual carriageway in the country, spanning a distance of about 518 kilometers. It's amazing. So this is what the transformation agenda of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan has delivered in the road sector.